All right, what's up, fellas? Yo, now I can
What up?
say,
What up?
What's going on? What's
yeah,
good?
What's good?
now I can say we are back. Um, this seems kind of like some deja vu because I was talking about a mini hiatus, I believe, last episode or episode before that, and then we fell into another mini hiatus. But it's yeah, but it's all good, man. We back. Like we kind of talked about, in the old prep meeting there. We're gonna uh call this episode, it's a wrap. And we're gonna welcome everybody into that. We're gonna talk about, like we said, we're gonna keep it gridiron. We're gonna talk about, our teams and how the season's finished up, regular season on each level, college and NFL. And then, there's still a little bit of just the championship to talk about in college and the rest of the NFL playoffs. What, they're halfway through? Yeah, and then we're gonna talk about we're gonna let everybody know how we finished up, how that whole fantasy thing played out. So yeah, man. Without further ado, man, let's jump right in, man. Welcome, fellas. Welcome back. Good to see you, brothers. What's been up, man?
Good to be here, man. Good to be here.
Y'all
Bless.
always smirking, boy.
Yes.
Y'all always smirking. I don't know how I feel about that. So,
We are
man,
everybody fighting this cold weather. That's what we doing.
listen, man.
I'm loving it.
Hey, look, Shaw Dog,
I do love it though.
he probably
Yeah.
don't want to even hear us down here in Florida talk about it, man. But I'm actually pissed off, bro. I can't even front. I'm pissed off because it feels like
That's
we've been at it now for about at least 2.5 weeks, man. And I look on the calendar, I don't see an end in sight.
Nope.
to
Nope.
what, 60 degrees?
Man,
What we talking about here?
it's been dropping down to the
What?
low 40s at night, bro. It's been dropping down to the low 40s, even hitting high 30s. And I tell you what, it creeps up to, yeah, you're right, 60, but it creeps up to 60. It take all day to get there. And that's some stuff that if you live in Florida, it just makes you angry after about 3-4 days of it. Then you'd be like, enough is enough. But bruh, we're gonna have a whole month of this. This is crazy.
Mhm.
Hey, listen, man.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
be real.
Like it.
I ain't knocking it. It's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, the same way the Bills fans looking at the Ravens. Y'all can't handle it. Hell, it's cold in Baltimore. I don't care what they say. Bills fans say it's levels to that shit, man.
Hey
Yeah.
man, well, like I say, yeah, this cold weather, all you northerners, you can have it. I came
Oh,
south
mind it,
for a
because
reason.
once that cold weather leave, it ain't coming back.
You
That's what
know?
I'm saying.
You know?
Exactly. You better enjoy it though, bro. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
true that. Hey, check this out. And then real quick. All right, man. So I don't know, man. I don't even want to be the one to start, man, even talking about this, man. And I know we talking college right now. Yo, man, like I say, what we talking? We talking how how the season ended for our squad, how the season played out ended for our squad. Any expectations for next year, man?
Yeah, my squad win more than 2 games. I'd be happy.
Yeah, and I don't care, man. I don't care what Shaw Dog says, man. I have 2 squads. One of them, man, they did me dirty. They did me dirty. They just wasn't ready, and we had
Which
no
one would that
idea.
be?
We had no idea just how unprepared or not ready they were until, oh boy, well, my boy DJ, until game after game after game, just the way it was looking. Yeah, that was rough, man. Rough season for Florida State, and you know,
Okay.
actually, I think it's actually a few more rough seasons ahead before this kind of ship start to get right, if you will. And then like I say, I don't care what y'all say, man. My Gamecocks, baby, all day. My squad. Now listen, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say this, man. I think they had a great season. Coming up short in the bowl game like that. one they should have easily won. I think. Yeah, that just kind of took a little bit off of it, man. But you know what? I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they're going to do next season. I think they're going to be ready. I think just based off of the season they had, they're going to have some nice recruits and everything coming in. I think the team going to get better. I think they're going to be, I'm going to say it, man, based on what I'm seeing and how folks jumping ship and the power of the portal. I think they're going to be better as far as Georgia and Alabama next season and a couple seasons to come, because they're going to backslide, both of those squads. Alabama simply because Nick Saban ain't there no more, man. Alabama's Alabama, but don't nobody want to play for nobody at Alabama but Nick Saban, and it's starting to become apparent. So I don't know how they're going to get over that. So I said it. I think they're going to leapfrog.
Now everybody though, but now everybody can pay.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We all got loot. Yeah.
So now, so now it's gonna come down to these kids. Like, do I want the money or do I want to win? Because I'm just saying, like, if they offer me enough money, I might be top talent, but I might go to that sorry school just to get that bag. But am I willing to go there and come out on that field week after week and take that? Well, that's gonna be rough.
Right.
So I'm just wondering how many like athletes. I can see this ending at some point, because these kids, they are getting a lot of money, which I ain't mad at them at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just wondering what kind of ambition they're gonna have as a rookie in the NFL when they're getting less money, like those first couple of years,
right,
to still play top tier talent.
Yeah, because if I'm getting that kind of money, man, at like 18 and let's say to 22, although they probably ain't gonna stay in that long, if I'm getting that kind of money from 18 to 22, why am I gonna go to the NFL when that's enough money to parlay and do whatever I want to do, whatever venture I want to take on to make money and all of that? And now, as far as knowledge sharing and information, there's so much of it out there. What I'm gonna go to the NFL and get bashed around for? The NFL, man, they're gonna have to break the bank here eventually. It's just gonna get worse and worse.
Well, if I'm a college athlete, I'm trying to extend my career as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., my tight end at the University of Miami for 7 years.
Yeah.
Because look, if I can get the bag for 7 years and take care of my family, get my investments, well, I go to the NFL. Ain't no guarantee. So I'm gonna make the most of this.
Yeah.
If I got to get back in the portal to extend my eligibility, well, god dang it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Right. And then you think about it, you'd be like, shoot, and here I'm a man amongst boys, baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, it's a man at every position.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'd be the face of college football.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Straight Tim Tebow, bro.
Yeah. So Short Dog, man, what you think, man? I see you waving the banner, you flying it back there proudly. Established 1940. So what you feeling, man, about the season and all that?
Man, we had a great season. I had to think about it for a second, honestly, because I was just hoping for a good season. But we had a great season, which in the start of the season off, none of us just jumped out the window. Let me stop lying. One of us did. Dave, you jumped clean out that motherfucking dog. Man, ain't nobody worried about no Miami. Florida who? Man, you don't want to see either one of them boys right now, do you? But that aside,
we got the quarterback out of there, so we're gonna be different next year.
We should have sent the coach with him.
You should have sent the coach with him too. For sure.
Yeah, we should have.
I'm gonna be real, man. I've been following this recruiting and portal and everything pretty closely. It's NIL and everything, and man, y'all ain't hitting on nothing in the portal. Y'all ain't hitting on nothing in recruiting. It ain't looking too good for FSU right now. Seriously, like as far as the moves being made by all the other squads, like
that's what I was saying. That
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be like that until we
this
decide to
FSU.
fire the coach.
This is FSU. It can't be like that at FSU, man.
No,
That's crazy.
it can be, because right now you got money on the table.
Wow.
And I told you, when me and my brother went to that last game, I said if I was a student or if I was like a kid in high school going to visit Florida State, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there.
So let me ask y'all this: Do you think them cats ever sit back and they look at, and they look at the power of Coach Prime Time Deion Sanders, and they look at, all he wanted to do was get the job and bring his son with him, and Travis would have stayed here. He was already here. He was already committed. And then they probably be like, by God, they probably wasn't caring or stressing too much like what he did at Jackson State as far as turning it around and everything like that. But when he went and did the same thing, but just on a larger scale at Colorado, I mean, they had to be looking like, yeah, we missed bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. They because they could have had Shador, Prime, and Travis, just like Jackson State and Colorado did.
Oh, we missed at the beginning. We missed him when he was, I guess, inexpensive.
That's my point. Y'all,
yeah.
He should have been there before he went to Jackson State, and it would have been for a considerably less amount of money.
That was his first choice, man.
Right, that was his first choice. Florida State broke his heart when they ain't take him. They broke his heart when they ain't take him. But that was his first choice, and he was ready to go and bring both his sons, and Travis would have stayed there.
I told you, but I spoke to one of the alumni, and allegedly, Primetime did come visit Tallahassee after Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was going to bring his sons with him.
And look what happened.
For allegedly $10 million apiece. He wanted $10 million apiece for both of them.
Oh, that's right. You said that. Yeah.
Allegedly.
They wish they had paid it now.
I bet you. Yeah, you ain't lying. That was cheap.
Yeah.
Look at because you think about not only but the revenue increase that he brought to the school, but then just to the economy, city economy, just everything around there and everything, man. So yeah, it was a huge miss, man.
But this is his second year this is second year at Colorado though, right?
Yeah.
So so we was coming off of a decent year, I would say, because that was 2 years ago, and then last year is when we actually got into the top 10.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's true.
If we'd have had a season like we did this year, I'm sure they'd have threw probably double the amount of money at him for that. Shoot.
That's true. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, man, even and it's just one other thing I want to touch on with Colorado, but I'm gonna wait though, because we still got so Shaw, we're gonna say I agree with you, man. I think the Gamecocks had a great season. I mean, Sterling, what you thinking, man, about your Canes, baby?
We had a good season. I think the bowl game highlighted the flaws that had been plaguing us all season, even though my QB decided not to play, which was, to me, I think it was a wise choice. And, rumor has it that, for $6 million a year, we can go get the Georgia throwback. So I don't know what they're going to do, bro. I don't know what. We definitely need another quarterback, but I think a lot of that investment needs to be made on the defensive side of the ball because we can't stop nobody. We put so much pressure on the offense to score.
It's always a shootout, though. That's true.
It was always a shootout. And then, it always come down to the miracle, you know what I'm saying? The miracle endings and stuff like that. And eventually, it caught up with us at Syracuse. My 1B team, which is like, man, just move over, sit down. Nobody cares about no Syracuse football, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of portal moves we do and things of that nature.
Oh, Miami making some big moves. I can't call them by name, but Miami's been spending money like they got money. Like,
they got it.
They've been spending it. They've been spending it, bro.
private school.
was what?
Well, so I'm gonna agree, man. I think Miami had a damn good season.
Yeah.
You know, and this ain't no bashing in there. And even with the weaker schedule, I think they still overachieved. They were impressive, man. I will say that, especially Cam. The only thing I don't agree with you on, Sterling, is I get where you're saying that your QB didn't play and you think that was a great move, but it was terrible how he did it. I think he should have just not played the entire game. And then, as far as optics of it and everything, it ended up being a close game at the point. And I know he had already decided he was just going to play the first half, but it was a close game, man. So it was really bad. It was a really bad look the way he left, knowing that, they pretty much ain't gonna win this game if I don't play the rest. But it is what it is. I get it. He's trying to preserve himself, but why play at all? That's all I'm gonna say, man. Why play at all? Yeah. He didn't have anything else to prove or nothing.
Yeah, but I just don't know what the background conversations was.
Yeah, me.
I don't know if that was, what I'm saying. So
yeah.
But so then, right, we don't know the background conversation, but it just makes you toss around in your head like, what could have been that much more important that we don't care, let's go out there and just openly look selfish, or we know it's going to be a bad look, you know what I mean? So I guess whatever the background conversation was, it was about something more important than I don't know, that little tarnish right there.
Can I say I totally disagree?
Sure thing, buddy.
I think he playing the first half. He committed, saying, with Miami them going to that bowl game, whatever bowl it was I can't remember which one it was. People came to the game to see him and the Stars play. He gave you a half, so it ain't like he sat out the whole game. He showed up, he played, he didn't get hurt. If you win the game or lose the game, did they get a different amount of money or something like that? Like the schools? I don't know.
Yeah.
The winners get more. Yeah, definitely.
The winners get more.
And aside from that, pardon me, G. But aside from that, what about being there for your team? I mean, like,
at
the end of the day, I mean, I know it's about the dollar at the end of the day. I understand that. But damn, do any of these selfish young motherfuckers think, these my dogs, bro? We brothers. Do any of them think like that anymore? Like, shit, I'm gonna be there for the team. I'm actually a team first player.
Especially when you're walking up and down that sideline and you looking in their eyes and it's going down in the second half. You. And you the difference.
Deep in the trenches.
Well, he put him in the position to win. It wasn't like they was getting blown out when he stopped.
No,
right?
We even when he went, even when the halftime came, even if he was still playing, we didn't know who was going to win that game for sure. But we knew their best chance was with him in it, because that's how the game was going. It was close. We didn't know.
Yeah, but you telling that man who's going to be a top 3 NFL draft pick to play a whole game when he's one hit. He don't even got to get hurt for the whole game. He could just get hurt in the game where he just tear his ankle or something, and that your draft stock is gone.
No, I get, man. Listen, man, I get that, and I'm
with you, G.
Right, I get that, and I hear you, but that also means too is telling me that you had more time to put some more thought into it, and that's how you thinking now. Because remember, not only do we have an Outspoken Opinions podcast, we also have a text thread. And remember, we was talking that same day the game was being played and everything, and your exact words were, he shouldn't have played at all because it was a bad look. So you had some time to rethink, and I get that. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because I think you're making some good points. But, all of y'all, but I just believe that if he was going, he just shouldn't have played at all. And then if, with him playing, I think that, if it was a blowout one way or the other, whether they were blowing them out or they were being blown out, then again, it's more acceptable. Yeah, man, I'm just going to give you a half, man, and that's it. Especially if they was on the winning side of blowing them out and everything. But the way that thing went down, it's been like, damn, man. I said I wasn't going to play the next half, but damn, this whole thing, it's changing everything now because now it's coming down to it. It's a bowl game. And I got to sit on the sideline dressed up. I done got them here, and these dudes coming on and off the field looking in my eyes. What I'm going to do? And they out there fighting.
But Nate, come on, man. You can't put all that on him because, again, the defense is anemic.
Yes, it was.
I agree. I agree. All I'm saying though, man, is why play at all? That's all I'm asking. I'm not, I ain't bashing dude or nothing. I just don't understand it. That's all.
Nate, I put it like this. So let's say he do go out there and play the second half, and it's a close game. He driving down the field and he throws an interception at the end of the game. So then they're gonna be like, well, he can't. Perform in big games because he threw a pick at the. I'm not coming in. No, I'm not killing my stock. He's a top 3 pick.
But
Don't
he had
nothing.
Right. But he took that risk that entire first half though, bro. That's all I'm saying. Why play at all?
He might have did that just to say he played so that people could come see him play because they paid for that bowl game. So
he gave you a taste.
Yeah.
I gave you a taste. But the taste they left with as a team was rough, I bet.
I'm sure they all understood. But
they knew. Yeah, they understood.
Yeah, probably.
Imagine his family. His family probably was like, "Oh Lord, please don't get hurt in this game.
Yeah.
Please don't get hurt."
But in the grand scheme of things, he wasn't the only one. There were a bunch of people on the defensive side that just opted not to play either. So it just wasn't him.
Man, I know, man, but everybody ain't the face, buddy. It's different. It's just viewed and looked at different, man. It's just viewed and looked at differently. That's all. Hey, man, you're gonna be treated. You're gonna be treated differently. As soon as they realize you special and you're more special than the rest of them cats, you got to be different from that point on. That's just the way it is, man.
Nate, how you gonna ask me to give you 100% when my leader ain't giving you but 50%?
Right.
Voluntarily giving you 50%. The fuck I'm gonna go out here and bust my ass for?
Because your leader is a top 3. Your leader is a top 3 draft pick. Listen, if you want to be a top 3 draft pick, you might want to give 100% in this game so somebody can come see you play.
He shows some good things, and as far as his leadership qualities, I feel like he shows some bad things. Like you want these fellas to rally around you, be behind you, give it they all, give you 100. Shit, I don't know what you just showed them. I don't quite add the words for what you just showed them. I ain't following your motherfucking ass, man. You liable to quit on me, man.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a meaningless bowl game. We ain't getting shit. I mean, we'll get a few dollars for the school, but I'm not playing for the natty. I'm out. We out.
Listen,
so we
man,
out here just for fun.
Y'all can't be basically like that, man. Y'all can't be like that, man. I know y'all. I know you brothers, man. I know you brothers, and I've witnessed your moral fiber in action. I know better. I just know better.
Watch your door, man.
So listen, well, what you about to say, G?
I ain't never been a top 3 draft pick.
Man, I
don't know what that money looked like.
Hey, listen though.
I don't know what that money looked like.
Me either, man.
Listen, so before we move on and all that, we all talked about our team and everything. I touched on Florida State. We kind of poked them a little bit. Gabe, anything you want to say about them? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it should,
I don't think it's going to take as long for us to rebuild as everybody thinks. I mean,
and you can also
next year going to be a disaster. Yeah, it probably will be. But hell, if Miami can bounce back, so can we. Shoot, it don't take but one quarterback, one star player, or one star coach to get you back on the map.
Yeah, you just did
I see that in there. I had to throw it in there one last jab at the end of the year. That's all I can say. That's it.
And two more things, man. 2 more things before we leave the college gridiron. one, like I said, I wanted to quickly touch back on old Coach Prime there. Like, I was thinking about it, man. It's like with everything he bring to the table, increase revenue, he gonna improve the squad and everything like that. It just seemed like he can't win the big game, and that's kind of frustrating, bro. To be quite honest, it's like, dude, what is going on that you can't win the big game? He couldn't win the Celebration Bowl, and he can't win a bowl now at Colorado.
Is that what it was called? It was a Celebration Bowl.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
No, I'm serious. I don't remember what the bowl was called.
Don't do that, man.
He said Celebration Bowl.
Don't you come disrespecting these HBCUs now, and even more so disrespecting my squad, because that's who sent them home, and we beat them bad. And I forgot who else beat them, but then also, like I was saying, man, let me save you, because I don't want Black Twitter and Black YouTube or X and all of them to be after you, Gabe.
Hey, I think he was serious. He didn't know the name of the bowl game, bro.
Bro. He was extra lighthearted when he said it now. You got to be careful. But anyhow, man, like I say, it just seemed like dude can't win the big game, and I can't understand what's going on with that. How you get there and crumble that bad. Although I knew BYU was going. Although I knew BYU was going to, kind of clean their clocks though.
Clean their clock, yeah.
Because they still, it's still levels to it, man. He another one that exceeded expectations this season, because didn't nobody think he was going to win more than 4 games. You know what I mean?
So I think, in my opinion, I just think in them big games he's getting out coached. Yeah, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows. I mean, you going against these coaches that's been in the game for years. You know what I'm saying? So you got all of this talent. You just, you brought your staff in. You're starting to get the hang of it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get you through the majority of them, but you just need to put in more work to be able to play with the big dogs. And it's just, I think that's just what it is.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see that. That's a good point.
I just had that conversation with someone the other day. I was texting one of my partners, and I was telling them, no harm. We all love Coach Prime.
Yes, sir.
Or as I grew up knowing him prime time.
Right.
But I was saying I wasn't that impressed with Prime as a coach. Not yet, anyway. I'm not that impressed. I'm actually not impressed, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm impressed with so many other things he does. But as far as coaching, I guess it goes back to Sterling pretty much hit the nail on the head. What I was going to say, like I need to see him win against great coaches, good coaches.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's real. So,
I'm impressed.
And what's that, G?
No, I say I think I am impressed with everything he did, because look at it. This is his second year, so you got to just think, like, if he leaves or go, I don't know, but if he was to stay, he's only going to be bringing in more talent, better talent. His team going to be so stacked soon that he's going to definitely get to probably a top 4 if he stayed at Colorado. So it's just a matter of time, because he be jumping ship so fast. I don't think it's enough time for everybody to gel the way they should. Even though he just keeps the same quarterback.
Yeah. I just, I was just thinking about that, because he lost the bowl game twice when he was at Jackson State. Then he left, and then first year at Colorado he didn't make it. Then this year he made it, and we all saw what happened. So and then the last thing, man, we'll hit on before we get out of gridiron, because we've been here a minute, but college gridiron. But so the college football playoff, the championship is set. We know who's there. All I'm going to ask about that is, one, who y'all predict is going to win, and then 2, at this point, with everything they've been through and teams they went through and soft season they went through to get here, do we now give them credit for being there? Do we now say they deserve to be there? Do we now even want them there still. I'm gonna say for me, want them there? No, I definitely do not want them there. Do they deserve to be there? You know, it always go back to, well, we can only play who they put in front of us or whatever. But Notre Dame kind of make their own schedule, so that's an asterisk beside that when it comes to them. And then finally for me, I think Ohio State's gonna beat them, not just because it's Notre Dame, but Ohio State to me is they're the damn best number 8 team I've seen in a long time. They're number 1 team disguised as number 8. So don't let them surprise you when they jump all over you. That's the way it looked. So, I think Notre Dame has a pretty good defense. And that's about it, man. Only because I'm a little bit of a Ryan Clark fan. I'd be like, all right, I'll show a little love because his boy over there and all that, and he proud and everything. Because I saw how he got a little spicy with Cam because Cam was saying how nobody want to see Notre Dame, but Cam still ain't. He show me the lie though. To this day, he said it. Show me the lie. Nobody want to see him outside of South Bend. Nobody want to see Notre Dame. So, man. So that's where I'm at with it. But I'm not rooting against them with all the vitriol and hate that I've had in previous years and for other teams I don't like. But so that's just it, man. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, I put it like this: I think it's gonna be a blowout.
Woo!
I think Ohio State gonna get Notre Dame. I don't know. I Notre Dame been winning, and I know they even who they beat, like Georgia, but the teams I don't know.
That was this year's Georgia, but it ain't Georgia. But they beat them.
This is NIL Georgia.
They handed it to them pretty good. So,
but I just ain't seen impressive wins by Notre Dame. Because don't get me wrong, I think they got bailed out the last game. that
boy threw that interception, man. He should have walked the dog on them and just kicked the field goal. I don't know what dude was trying to do, and that wasn't even. He didn't even have to have it on that one.
He claimed he was throwing it away, but it didn't look like it.
How the hell he throwing it away across his crossbody back to the middle of the field?
But he said he think he's trying to throw it away, but it didn't look like it. So
they need to go. They should have let him go just for telling that lie. Like, you expect me to believe that, son?
But I hate to say it, I will say I'm probably rooting for Notre Dame to win, but I don't.
You say you are?
Yeah.
You say you are?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Notre Dame to win.
Why are you doing that?
I just don't care for Ohio State.
Oh,
that's
okay.
all. Yeah,
just curious.
That's all. I don't care for Ohio State. Although I think Notre Dame should start playing a championship game.
They don't play no championship game. In a conference.
Oh, conference game. Yeah,
you mean in the conference? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Stir.
You
all in now, dog.
So listen. So y'all know the situation in my household, right?
Right.
So, my wife might be listening to this, so I'm how do I say it? I'm trying to enjoy the victory, just like her, and the remnants of that victory later on that evening. You know what I mean? So I'm pushing for her team 100. But even though I got my little doubts about Notre Dame, but y'all say I went in saying they can't beat Georgia. And I didn't care if it was this year's Georgia or last year's Georgia or 2 years. All them cats can do is play who's in front of them. I had no idea they would beat Georgia. So I'm like, all right, fine. You definitely ain't beating Penn State. Now, even though I think Penn State and Notre Dame kind of mirror images one another, I had a funny feeling it would come down to maybe one or two plays that would determine that ball game.
Right.
Basically, it was the interception.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're against a juggernaut. Everybody's saying, ain't no way in heck you're going to beat Ohio State. And technically, on paper, they should. But this has been the team that's just been surprising everybody, despite what it's put. And I'm not putting anything past the coach, man. He got them kids looking to run through the wall with him. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's a good coach and could possibly be a difference maker. But yeah, I have to say, even with this run Notre Dame has had all the way to the championship, yeah, they haven't surprised me one time. Because with Georgia, and I knew that was going to be a close game, and then once your boy went out, yeah, I pretty much knew that was a wrap. And then like when I text y'all, I thought they was going to beat Penn State pretty bad, but they still ended up winning, so I really wasn't surprised there then either. But yeah, I don't know, man. Even Ohio State, I understand why everybody feeling like they're a juggernaut and it's going to be a blowout and everything. But I do say, Marcus Freeman, he is a good coach. I think he can be a difference maker. And then I'm sure, he over there playing on the fact too that Ohio State talent off the chart, but they're young, man. They're young. You know what I'm saying? Young, and they coach. He ain't been there, so I think there's a chance. There's a chance. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, not to get off the subject, but I just found out. I think I told Sterling this. I literally just found out like a week and a half ago that the Penn State coach is actually black.
Yeah, he told me that the other day.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
He's blazing.
Yeah. That's like your boy too.
He's blazing.
That's like your boy too. Everybody was surprised to find out he was black. Like your boy. Shit, what's your boy name? Oh, your boy that was talking about. Yeah, well, my parents taught me to take my sunglasses off when I'm talking to adults.
Oh, he black.
He was black.
Yeah, he black.
No, Nate.
Who's he the coach of?
Colorado State. That's who he is. Yeah. He black.
Oh no, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what? I had no idea.
That's wild.
I didn't know either that the Notre Dame coach Marcus Freeman went to Ohio State.
Yeah. He played for him and everything, man. So
yeah, he really gonna rub it in.
Yeah. So the game's got some intrigue around it. So yeah, man. So now we can talk, NFL. I think some of us might be able to easier to recall, how their team finished up than others because some finished early. And others of us just had a game last week. But, I'm going to say this. I think regular season wise, my Buccaneers had a great season. And they obviously exceeded expectations. They exceeded lots of people's expectations. Probably everybody's except mine, right? And they had a great season. You say, Nate, why are you saying this? Why are you saying everybody except you? Because I sat on this very same podcast and I said during the preseason, my Buccaneers going to get 10 wins. And Shout Dog, oh no, man, no, you should have seen him just walling around. Oh no, man, what you talking about? I'm talking about Gabe. Gabe, the ultimate Buck fan. My boy gonna pull up the schedule. Hold on, Nate, man, you ain't looking at the schedule, dog. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? And he started running down the schedule. Well, lo and behold, what did they do? 10 wins on the head. Bing. They even tried to throw it away in Dallas. They tried to oh Lord, I can't remember who these dudes was playing. Well, they looked like that for a minute. They wanted to give it away to Carolina, but then we gave Carolina everything
and
we
New
had.
Orleans.
New
New Orleans
and
too.
then they played around with New Orleans. Yeah, we finished up good, and so with them doing that though, man, they had me all set up, man. I don't know if y'all boys remember and ever watch Fred Sanford and everything, and then on one episode Fred was out of town, and so Grady he sent Grady over there to stay with grown Lamont. I guess Grady had to go over there to stay with Lamont. And then some old lady showed up there talking about she was their aunt, a cousin, or something. And she kept mooching boys, had their mouth all fixed up, talking about, I'm gonna fix you a nice big breakfast in the morning, eggs and pancakes, and then this lady stayed in bed and just sleep the mid-morning. She kept mooching on them. Well,
I remember that shit.
Saying that to say, that's how the Bucks did me this season. They hit the 10 wins like I wanted, but because they did that, and the fashion they won some of those games, they also set my expectations that I knew the Commanders, they were coming here for nothing. Like, why y'all would even get on the plane to come here, man? Y'all know what's about to happen. And then what happened? We got Bowles, even though Baker just lost his mind, and he lost his mind and played terribly, like crap. But I just have to blame everything on Todd Bowles. And not to mention, we were being outcoached anyway. And then, Baker just decided to put on a Commanders jersey for some reason. But, it is what it is, man. So I think we had a great regular season. I was, highly disappointed at that playoff effort, that playoff game. And that's it.
I put it like this, man. I think the Bucks, they did exceed my expectations this year. I'll give you that, Nate. But the whole season, they played exactly as good as who they were playing against. If it was a good team, we played good. If it was a bad team, we played bad. And that's what scared me about playing Washington a second time. Because they had already played us once. And then I'm sitting there watching the Rams play Minnesota. And the Rams played Minnesota exactly the way the Bucks would have played them, by blitzing the whole game. And we probably would have won that game. But when you got a scrambling quarterback,
right? Oh yeah. Problems, bro.
And Todd Bowles, like
the one that's that good at it too. Yeah,
Todd Bowles has to go, man.
Yeah, it's time he has to go.
How you say that shit, Sterling? Well, I just say these Bucks fans have an overactive imagination. What could have happened? Listen, I could have seen it now. I could just see it, Nate. No, what would have happened is exactly what happened. Your ass went home. You had no business there anyway, being honest. Our division just terrible.
What do you mean we had no business being there?
Our division just terrible. No one from the NFC South should have went. No one.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to find a point to argue. Hold on. Let me see.
And Nate, why you finding it?
You say, huh?
Hey, we only can play who in front of us. Right. And maybe that might just meant, hey, somebody got to win the division point blank. It's been years before the other divisions get in the same way. It is what it is. That's the way the rules are made up.
Okay,
and right now, you can't even say nothing because your team wasn't even good enough to get the number one pick. Y'all blew that too.
Look, I can say something because I sat right here and told y'all when y'all was talking about implode the Panthers. I said we got young stars over there. That young wide receiver, third round, fourth, whatever he was, kid's gonna be a stud. I can't remember his name, bro. Steve Smith called him the best route runner in the draft. Bryce Young is turning exactly why I sat here and told y'all what he's gonna be, and y'all told me there's no way he can be that. He was a top 7 quarterback for the last 9 weeks of the season. Look it up. Bryce Young was coming around by the end of the season, looking really good.
I don't think I ever had a bad word to say about Bryce. I said he was handled wrong. He's being handled wrong. And I also said, boy, I would love to see him get up out of Carolina and tinkle on them all the way out the door. But they ain't gonna let him go. They're not gonna let him go.
Sterling, help me out here, brother. Wasn't someone sitting up here telling me like Bryce Young isn't it? I can't remember exactly who it was. And I was like, bro, Bryce Young is no bum.
Oh, I'm sure you heard. I'm sure you heard plenty of that on this podcast.
Bryce Young ain't it?
Yeah,
he not it. He not it.
I think he could be serviceable, better than average. Better than average.
I think he showed his potential coming toward down the end of the season. Now, granted, he's a little dude. You know what I'm saying? Man. So you're gonna have to craft that offense. So I think him sitting helped, but him sitting also helped that coaching staff too, because you got a taste of what it's like without him. And it started out like, oh yeah, this is what we should do. And then Dirty Red showed exactly what he was. Dirty Red. This is the reason why he is sitting with second string and third string. So you had to go back to him. But then I think it enlightened the coaching staff to say, okay, yeah, we're going to bring this kid in. We have to give him something for him to be successful. We can't be so set in our ways as this is our offense and this is the way you got to play. We're going to have to be able to craft it around his abilities. And I think they found something.
I think
Toward
so.
the end of the season, they found something.
I think so too, but they're going to see some regression with him though.
Before
he level out and get better. Let me tell you why.
So.
The only reason I'm saying that, man, and you think about, I don't know, man. You could think about all them cats that come in the league, like from Jaden Daniels to whoever. They come into the league, they get their start, and lately we've been seeing over the past few years, you get somebody come in first year, rookie or whatever. Oh man, he's lighting it up. And then next season, yeah, he still might be good, but he ain't what he was the previous season. So all I'm saying about Bryce is he's been in the league a little while, right? And so then, like you say, these last 9 games or whatever, how he's been balling. He's been balling out, right? So now it's like these last 9 games is when teams started looking up, and now in the off season, now they're gonna start watching tape on Bryce. They ain't have no reason to watch it before. So that's all I'm saying is why I think it's gonna be a little bit of regression before he kind of level out, and then we're gonna see who he truly is after people start paying attention to him and keying in on him. That's all. That's what I think. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I think.
You don't think the last 9 games? Oh, go ahead, Cyril.
No, I was just going to come back to you, Nate, but you're missing one important point.
Which
and
is?
I'm gonna bring up Houston, okay?
Right.
So what's my man name at the quarterback?
CJ Stroud.
Okay, CJ Stroud, when he was lighting it up, right, had weapons, even to the point where he even had had your boy from Buffalo come, but he had weapons.
Right.
You do you consider the weapons Bryce Young has is comparable to what he has, or even the weapons that Bryce Young has is comparable to what Washington had? There's no comparison. And so to be able to get that sort of production out of that little, so you mean to tell me, okay, yeah, they missed out on the #1 pick, okay, but they still have a chance to surround him with talent. Hey, look at Brock Purdy, my quarterback. You take them weapons away from him,
but it's the same. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing, though. It's the exact same thing. I get where you're coming from, but it's the exact same thing. Think about CJ Stroud last season versus this season. Would you say he fell off, or they just watched more tape on him? Because he wasn't the same dude this season that he was last season. Same thing with Brock. He wasn't the same dude that he was when he first came in there. And then they got to look at him. San Fran was still good. Their window was still open, but it wasn't the same. So that's all I'm saying is that, no matter who you are, once they get the tape out there on you, man, you're going to regress and then you're gonna have to really, learn the game, and we see who you are as a real QB in the game. That's all I'm saying.
And I believe he's one of them kids that has it. He has it up here with.
Yeah, I believe so too. I believe so too. I just think it's gonna be a little, regression next season, and then he's still gonna ball, but I don't think it's gonna be like what we saw these last 9 games.
Come and get the NFC South back though.
Jeez. You're mad. All right, so at this point, Super Bowl prediction. Who you with? Who you want to see win, and then who you know gonna win in your heart. I'd like to see Lamar win, but I'd be scared to jump out there with Lamar because he's another one that come up short in the big games. But we'll see. It seemed like this season he kind of more grounded, and might have himself together a little bit and his nerves. So we'll see. But I'd like to see him do it.
Wait, who against who? I mean, you think the Ravens going it all? You like to see them win it all, or
I like to see the Ravens win it all, and I think they'll end up playing. It's going to either be the Lions or the Rams.
I think it's going to be. I think Detroit going to definitely get to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. And I think Detroit going to get their first one this year. I think they're going to get the first one this year because I think they got the talent to actually do it, and the defense, especially with your boy coming back, that linebacker who got hurt. I think they said if they make it to the Super Bowl, he'll be back for the Super Bowl. But
that motherfucker's a linebacker?
I thought he was
defensive end. Defensive end. He might be defensive end.
Yeah,
defensive end. Yeah.
I remember him. What's that from Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan.
But he ain't gonna be ready, man. He come back for the Super Bowl.
I don't think so.
No way.
He said. I ain't saying he gonna do it. But
he need to sit down though. He gonna throw the team off with that nonsense, and I'll let him get in and get a play if we winning. And it's
I don't think he's gonna be able. Yeah,
I'm like you, Nate. I like to see the Ravens or even the Bills. I like to see either one of them get to the Super Bowl. And
I ain't trying to see Josh Allen win shit.
Me neither. I'm with you. Dog, I'm with you. I can't stand that.
Why?
I can't stand it. Cause man, the dude, come on, dude, man. He acts like he's Superman, bro. Somebody should just bust him up and stop all that. It just, and they just, I don't know, dog. It's just like watching the Boston Celtics. You know, you don't.
I feel. I mean, he has the numbers. Don't get me wrong, but he's still overhyped. If it's making sense, what I'm saying.
So too.
He has the numbers, but he's still overhyped, bro. Yeah. Yeah, because he and Lamar can do the exact same things, but the way they're going to describe it for Josh Allen and know this ain't about the race car, it's just simple fact. I don't know, for lack of a better word, glorify the shit out of Josh Allen, man. Did you see the way Josh ran for those 6 yards? Man, come on, bro. 6 yards, man. Come on, bro. God damn.
Maybe it just looks too natural, man, and effortless when Lamar is doing it, so it don't stand out like that.
Yeah.
Also,
but don't get me wrong.
But you called it. It is a race car because, like I said, you don't see a lot of white quarterbacks that run like he runs. That's like you'll see black quarterbacks doing what Lamar doing, but not what Josh Allen's doing. So, but Josh Allen to me don't really have a lot of talent around him. I don't think Lamar Jackson. Well, he does this year, but before he didn't have a lot of talent around him either. So that's why I say I don't mind either one of them if they got to the Super Bowl and won it all.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen got plenty good talent around him, man. They young, but he got good talent around him, and
he got good talent.
If they fall short, that's going to be their problem. Just the youth, probably a mistake in that because I mean, receiver wise, they young. But I think he's got good talent around him, and he's a little bit of a lightweight, but Cook is a good back, real good back. So yeah, but I think, like I say, I think it's gonna be like the Ravens, and then either the Lions or the Rams. Kansas City.
I can see the Rams.
Unfortunately for them, everybody luck eventually run out, and unfortunately for them, they ain't got but one more game for it to run out. It's about to run out.
The Rams dangerous.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
dangerous.
Yeah.
The Rams are dangerous, and then
man.
Kansas City,
Shit.
they were like, we know the Ravens and the Bills in there. Damn, we damn sure are not going to let the Bengals in, because now we're going to have to go through two of those teams instead of one. Now they got the Ravens and the Bills knocking each other around, and then they get the winner of that if they. Well, Houston might by some miracle, right? Go in there and beat them.
Yeah, that'd be a miracle. They pull that off.
That would. Yeah, that would.
At Kansas City.
Man.
And you giving Andy Reid 2 weeks or a week and a half to prepare for you?
And it's cold. Yeah, cold and you're outside. Yeah, I don't know about that. For me though, bro, I'm all in with the Ravens. I need to see Lamar finally get over the hump. The man deserves it. This is the reason why you went out and got Derrick Henry. For this exact same reason. Take that pressure off of him in the playoffs, and I can play in any element with the cold weather. Now let's see you do it. Right. And as you know, I despise Kansas City for obvious reasons. I don't want to see Mr. Muppet Man and Kermit the Frog and his friends. I don't want to see none of that. I can't live through that, man. I can't. Dude, boys get on my. It's like taking and scratching the chalkboard with your fingernails when he talks. And then in the NFC, man, I think it's pretty much wide open.
Yeah,
I think the fan favorite is Detroit. And that's the sentimental. You want to see them win their first one. I don't know what's going on in Philly. I really don't.
Philly weak, man. Your boy, I know it was his first game back since the concussion game and all that, but man, they just don't. Yeah, they look pretty anemic over there in Philly, man. And it's just and it's even hard to watch. It's like, what is going on, bro?
Their defense is actually stepping up to take a little bit of the pressure off the offense, but I don't know. And just like Shaw Dawg said, man, them cats out of my division. I mean, they got a hell of a coach who knows how to use his resources well.
And bro, and those motherfucking wide receivers, along with Williams, like, bro, and the defense coming too.
Shaw Dawg, you said receivers. It has now gone down to receiver.
Yeah, because they got canceled everybody but Kruger.
I don't know what's going on, but your boy don't even get targets anymore.
Yeah. That's crazy. He got targeted, what, twice the last game?
Once.
Finally, you'd say finally, because, man.
Once.
Yeah. Ain't no way I'll be out there running all them damn routes.
That's
why I think they're going to be done.
How can you target Cooper Kupp once? Send him to Carolina, damn it.
I was about to say the same about Tampa. Send him to the Bucks. Shit.
Hey, we'll take him. We're damn sure take him over in the Niners. So man.
At least we all in agreement there. Nobody want Kansas City to win. So Sterling, your ride or die, your squad. What you thinking? When the close opportunity still there? What's happening? You think we've seen the last of Christian McCaffrey?
Window shut when Christian McCaffrey appeared on the cover of Madden. That window shut right there. Yes, it is.
That's that curse. Y'all window shut when Debo wore that goddamn that last outfit. The last outfit did it. That a motherfucking Gamecock, man. I gotta do it, man. That shit Debo doing gotta stop, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Debo wild for his antics, man.
he going through something. I don't know what it is, though, but he going through something.
Yeah, that joker walked in there with that leather looking like Didi.
He must have fired his stylist or something. I don't know.
Man,
I don't know. Everybody has injuries. And typically we have them and have the capability to come back, but this year it just wasn't in the cards. It wasn't in the cards, and then it was obvious in the last game, bro. Them cats was in Cancun. They ain't care nothing about that. They was on the boat. They was on the boat, bro. They was like, yeah, we out. Dang. So it's interesting. It's all going to stem around what Brock Purdy going to do with his money. Do you want the bag, or you want resources around, and you'll stick around because we got to pay him. I got nobody else. I mean,
that's why.
Talk of
but
that's why.
Brock need to be real careful with that because he don't want to be the one to take the bag because he ain't no
take the bag.
Yeah, he ain't him. Yes. He is not him. Yeah. So he
that's what I was thinking. Like, fuck, you give Purdy the bag and don't get weapons for him.
Right.
He got weapons, a rusty gun.
He got what?
He got weapons.
Debo heading this way, bro.
I would definitely.
Debo,
I would
agree with you.
I would give him the bag, and then I would ship out Ayuk. I would ship out Debo because I like. Was he Pearsall, the other receiver they got shot. He looked good, and then you still got Jennings. He looks good. They both young.
Get something from on
rookie contracts.
Yeah. And they need to get something from McCaffrey too, while people still crazy enough to take him.
Man, I don't think he need the number ones.
Motherfucker pay for that limit.
McCaffrey.
Yeah. Fucking McCaffrey, bro.
Hey.
Come on, man.
But Shot Dog, y'all got the best years out of him.
Man, listen.
Y'all got the best years out of him.
That came from one experience with McCaffrey. I had love for him. I spent my number 1 overall fantasy pick on that son of a bitch this last season.
You sure did. Yeah, holding on to him now on fantasy remind me of when I used to hold on to Ahman Green. Come on, you can do it still.
Never bounce back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Hey, Nate, him and Big Ben, boy. You used to keep Big Ben around too, bro.
Yeah, boy. I was loyal to Big Ben, boy. Come on, Ben. Come on. This is how you
Nate just turned into Mike Tomlin, boy. You held on to him too long.
Hey, look. Mike Tomlin, he another one now on my list. I'm going after him, boy. I'm calling out all the fans of these coaches. I was like, yeah, it's time for Tomlin to go, buddy. I said, that dude's stale now. Everything going on in Pittsburgh stale. It's just stale. It's time to clean house. Get him out of there.
But you the same one, Nate, that wanted to keep Tony Dungy though, right?
No, Gabe. I wanted Tony Dungy to be gone before they let him go.
Okay. Well, I agree.
He said no.
No.
All right, I apologize then because like I said, the man had a winning season every year in Pittsburgh. He just can't win a playoff.
Right. And like they said, he went. He what did they say? He won 80 games over the last 10 seasons. And then he had 0 playoff wins. Come on, man. That's Tony Dungy right there all day.
And he plays just well enough where you can't draft shit.
Right. Yep. And then
that's true.
Yeah. And then, I don't know where does loyalty come from these Roonies, man, but I mean, I'm sure their kids right now going, Jesus, mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, enough is enough.
Someone else will hire him. Don't worry.
He'll get a job
out of here. But yeah, that's ridiculous over there, man. So yeah, man. So I think we did pretty good, man, moving through our topics and all that. So there's just one more here on the table and everything. And you know what, dog? This whole we on the gridiron, we talking fantasy. You know what? And what I got to say, I'm gonna just hold it because I ain't trying to steal no thunder. I'm gonna just turn the floor over to old Gabe James there and let him take it away. What you got? What you got for us, man? What you got for us, man?
Can we hear how y'all's ended first? Because like I said, I haven't heard anything from the league that y'all in for like weeks. So I just want to hear how y'all ended.
Hell, he ain't heard nothing from Terra 10 for weeks.
Well,
so what you saying?
ours ended with me tied for like 4th, and I don't remember what happened with Nate. Last I checked, he was top 3, but he didn't win it. If that what you asked me. Nothing personal, cuz.
Hey, but am I not sitting? Am I not sitting as if I did? Hey, I'm lounging. So yeah, Gabe, there you have it, buddy. There you have
Who
it.
won it? Who actually did win it?
D Shaw won it. Wink won it.
There he is.
He got us.
What's say it with your chest?
No, his brother won.
Yeah.
Oh,
your
Big
brother.
D.
Oh, I'm about to say, yeah.
Oh, Big D won. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was telling you. Sterling Wink won. Yeah, Wink went on and won.
Okay. That's right. You did tell me that. That's right. Wow.
Yeah. So
what was
now
his
that
roster
you had,
like?
huh?
What was his roster like? Who did he have? Just to give us a sense of his team.
His wide receivers were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
To start the season off, he had some crazy wide receivers. I do remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now who he had, because it was he had a pretty good squad.
Yeah, it wasn't overly impressive. Like I thought mine was.
Oh man, you need to go ahead on, man.
Yeah, I saw a stat. And they had said, I think like, I don't know, it was like 60 or 70% of teams that won it all had a star wide receiver on their fantasy squad, or 2-star receivers. Like, I guess this was the year of wide receivers over running backs.
And I have maybe 4-star running backs and no star wide receivers.
Well, that might be right then. It could be right.
I sure wish my receivers got that memo, because all 3 of them motherfuckers went to sleep during all 3 of them went to sleep during championship week. Oh, we were supposed to play this week? My bad, dog. My bad.
Well,
yeah.
So
Nate
is
had,
go ahead.
You know what? He had so he didn't have no super squad, but he had Jaden Daniels, Josh Jacobs, Tajay Spears, Jordan Addison, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, the Chargers.
Oh shit, he was
Boswell, Najee Harris, Travis Kelce, Austin Siebert, Ramondre Stevenson, Caleb Williams, Garrett Wilson, the Steelers D, and Austin Eckler.
So Wilson, AJ Brown, and motherfucking who's
Justin
that?
Jefferson.
Yeah, but then he also had your boy from Green Bay who scored in like what, at least 10, 15 games in a row, something like that. The running back
was
Josh Jacobs, did you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was his anchor running back, and that cat was producing every week.
He wasn't the boy from the Redskins. He wasn't no pushover. That's the wide receiver from the Redskins.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
McLaurin.
McLaurin.
Wait, no. He had the other guy.
Did you say?
Addison. Addison. Yeah.
Addison.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Addison pretty
from
good
Minnesota.
too. But then
From Minnesota.
He said Seekley, who he had? Seekley or something like that? Or was that a kicker?
Who?
You
talking about
the kicker.
Your boy Austin Siebert, Washington kicker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the kicker?
That's the kicker. Yeah. But did you say he had Jefferson too?
Yeah, Jefferson. Yeah.
So he had Jefferson and Addison. They both up the same squad.
Yep.
And AJ Brown, right? But yeah, he had Justin Addison. Yeah. And the Vikings, they took all season to show that they were fraudulent, which I knew they were, but and it's more so Sam Darnold that's a fraud. But yeah, he just had he had you know what he had, man? He had a Fitzmagic season but it just lasted a whole season where Fitzmagic fizzled out after about 5-6 games. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what he had.
Okay.
Well,
and who was he in the championship against? Who's the championship game with him?
My son.
Ken's son.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Damn.
It runs in the blood. But they say skip a generation.
But
skip me.
Hey, listen, his son was in the championship game, and nobody wanted that cat to win. Just like with Terra 10, you know, both of my brothers love y'all to death, but I was looking at every scenario like, how can they both lose? But yeah, go ahead, Gabe James. Let the people know what they want to know, man. In the fashion that only you can.
Well, and speaking of losing, like I said, like somebody said earlier, everybody's expectations for my team was not as high as mine. But after saying it all last year, it was the year of King Kunta, Kendrick Lamar. I knew it, but I ain't gonna lie to you. When the playoffs started, I was shitting bricks every single game, every game, including I got to the championship game against Cuz up there, Sterling, and I think I might have spoke you, Nate. I ain't for sure, but I know after that first game, I was like, "Oh shit, another year. I'm done. I'm done. The boy just like it's like Chase wasn't even on the field. It's like touchdown, another touchdown.
Everything went to Higgins.
and then I sit out there like, boy, I put some text out there, and then Sterling came back with the emoji like, I said, oh,
like MJ hitting them threes. Yeah, because during that game, I came in line. During that game, Higgins kept scoring. I checked the fantasy score. I said, "Oh," I looked at Lisa. I said, "Oh Lord, Sterling about to kill
him." Yeah. And what made matters worse is the game goes into overtime. I'm like, please just let this game end. Field goal. No.
Sure enough, he got the overtime.
Another touchdown to end the game. 4 touchdowns. I'm like, well, there goes my year. But that weekend came around, and I had to say, like, cuz I will say this: if we weren't in a championship game and you've been playing anybody else, I would have called you because I know you overthought this. I know you overthought that lineup because I'm sitting there looking at Sterling's lineup, and right before the game starts, he pulled somebody. I can't remember who it was now.
I pulled Matt Stafford. I mean, I pulled
that's who it was.
Murray. You pulled Murray.
I pulled Kyler Murray, and I put Stafford in there.
And put Stafford in.
Right at the end. Yeah.
Right before the game started.
It wouldn't help.
Well, because the only thing I looked at is when you swap the defenses out, and I was like, man, I wouldn't have played Indy against the Giants, and I know why you did what you did because it's the Giants.
Oh, it's the Giants. They ain't done anything all year.
I know.
You know,
and you know what's funny?
Who it was you had on the bench, but when I looked at it after it was all said and done, I was like, yeah, bro, didn't really have a move he could have made that would have helped.
But you know what was funny is we was thinking the same way because why I put in for the Colts defense. And then I woke up that next morning, that thing Sterling had him. God damn, he got the Colts defense. I had the Atlanta defense the week before against the Giants, and that's what won me the game.
Yeah,
so I was trying to get him that next week. Sterling had already got him. I was like, man, this guy, he didn't got the defense too. And then also Connor, I had seen that he was a game time decision. And I was like, game time decision. I was like, no, I wouldn't play Connor. I don't even trust that. Because left him in there.
I had no other choice.
Yeah.
I thought you had somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but boy,
that's real.
That goddamn shake and bake came through for me again.
Well, I was gonna say too, man, the one thing I'll say is, and cuz you heard us throughout this whole thing, we gave Gabe a hard time about he had Pat Mahomes all this time, this, that, and the other. And he had, a couple other key players that when you see them on paper and hear their name, they'll take you to the promised land. But he came back and he won his title. And I was most impressed and a little bit proud of the boy because this is how he did it. He had to come back home to get it done. You see what I'm talking about? Bucket Irvin and Baker
Yep.
Mayfield. You see what I'm talking about? He had to come back home to get it done.
Yep. I'm running with shake and bake because I'm sorry, Pat Mahomes. I had to put him down, boy. Because like he was off and on. Although he did have a decent week that week, but I was like, man, I'm gonna run with shake and bake. Let's do
which is real because
they was trying to break that record. I knew they was trying to break Mike. They was trying to get Mike the record. So I'm like, I know he gonna throw the ball. He gonna throw the ball.
Yeah, but
it helped that we still was trying to make the playoffs.
But credit to you still though. You was running with him for at least the last 5 or 6 weeks. You was running with Mayfield, and so he brought you home because realistically, think about it. I don't know too many other people, fantasy owners, that would have Mayfield and Mahomes on their roster, and although they seeing it, Mayfield outplaying him, that they would have made the move. Not only made it and stuck with it, because you'd be like, all right, even if you made the move one time, you'd be like, all right, shit, I got lucky that game, boy. Baker came through, but I'm gonna sit him down this week. But you kept going with him. You know what I'm saying?
You know why I did that though? Because I was like, I can't get this voice out my head week 2 or week 3. I played Ed, and I had Baker Mayfield, and the week before he had a great game. I played him. The next week, I put Mahomes back in against Ed, and I lost because I didn't play Baker. And I could hear Ed kept saying, "You should have used shake and bake. I guess you should have used shake and bake this week." And that lingered in my head all season, to the point where I'm like, "Okay, Pat, you didn't had a bad game for the last time. I'm sitting you down. I'm sorry." And matter of fact, and that's why I lost the division, because I went back to Pat Mahomes. Now, like, I'm gonna play Pat Mahomes for the division game, because if I'd have won, I would have been ahead of Frankie, but I put Pat Mahomes in instead of Baker Mayfield, and end up losing the game and lost the division. So I said, you know what? I'm running with shake and bake. He gonna win that ball this year. But I got my ring.
So congratulations to you, brother. You got him. You pulled him off. And what can I say? Let's say
I am glad I played Sterling, because I did not want to see. I'll say this on tape. I ain't want to see Orlando. I ain't want to see Ed or Frankie.
His lucky ass.
So if I had to lose, I was fine losing to Sterling.
Man. So I think, man, you know what? That was a pretty good rundown for us to consider it. It's a wrap, right? Like we're gonna say, like we say this the title of our episode. So it was good to be back, man. I'll just say in a nutshell that sports wise, thank God it's basketball. Thank God there's basketball. Gridiron's been kind of rough. I had some success with my 10-game win Buccaneers. And then my Gamecocks, they showed up big too. So I'll take those two things, those two, silver linings as they call it, and I'm gonna run with that, fellas.
Hey, season is over. I was waiting for the Super Bowl to come through.
Yeah.
But hey, till next year.
Yeah. I know, because
it feels like with fantasy football, and it feels like football is over with for some reason.
It does, I know, right? It does,
right? You know, ain't nothing going on, fellas. They out here making up stories about Caitlin Clark having a stalker. That's what you know. Season is over.
It's time. Coming back, big endorsements, bigger and better. It's about to be on and popping, baby. But that's one thing, Gabe. You just reminded me when you said Super Bowl. So I got one more chance to win this season, and that is to see the Chiefs not even get there. And if they get there, then I guess I got 2 more chances, because then there's a good chance they'll lose. And it's starting to feel like, those 2 seasons when I couldn't stand Tom Brady, and he went to the playoffs, and Big Eli said, "Don't worry, Nate, I got him." Eli went in there and took him out, but he better not touch Tom now, not a hair on his head. But yeah, so that's what's up, man. So like we say, like the name of the episode, I guess that's it, man. It's a wrap. Good getting back together, fellas.
No doubt. Peace, fellas.
No doubt. Peace, fellas. Yep.